30th, 1979, that's when a routine commuter flight to Maine turned into one of the state's deadliest aviation tragedies. A Downeast Airlines plane headed from Boston crashed into thick woods at Otter Point in Owlshead, killing 17 of the 18 people on board. Investigators say the pilot, facing poor weather while trying to land at Knox County Regional Airport, asked to divert to Augusta. But the twin-engine Otter never made it, striking treetops about 80 feet up, losing its left wing, then breaking apart before the fuselage came to rest nearly upright against a tree. For Maine, this wasn't just a crash site in the woods. It was a heartbreaking reminder of how dependent rural states are on small airline travel and why weather, training, and safety standards matter. The legacy is measured in lives lost and in the changes that keep today's passengers safe. Until tomorrow, I'm Brian Sullivan.